Howdy y'all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome back to another episode on my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2 Free Mode Edition. In the previous episode, we expanded our rail line to connect from Ridgeland to Blue Water City, as well as acquiring a new locomotive to handling loads of, freight. That being the 260 mogul, which we're assigning it to pick up loads of food to bring into Greenwood, so some wagons can pick it up and bring it into town. And in this episode, we're going to continue with expanding our railroad because I feel like we need to start adding a new, operation pretty soon. Because we got Riverside and Black Diamond City, which is home to a coal mine not too far from the city. So we might have to basically bring in some coal. Plus, coal is indeed needed at this power plant, which, with water, will produce slag. And slag is needed here at this recycling plant near Granite, along with sand and wastewater, which can be brought in from the separation plant if we deliver oil sand and water as well. First of all, I think it's probably best to get started on expanding the route. Oh, Cedar Point now has its own steel mill, which I don't think we need, basically. Alright, let's get started on expanding the track. We'll basically build a switch here to connect to the main line here, but we'll basically build a line to connect to Riverside on one end. We'll place a bridge, and we'll basically do this, and build a bridge over this river. We'll probably might use... Well, we do have these bridges now, but we don't have that special track for it yet. We'll basically use... Have I ever used this arch bridge design? Yeah, I already used that arch bridge. Actually, let's see if we can... I don't think we ever used this bridge, actually. If we did, I'll be surprised. Because all the other bridges I have used so far are either made of wood or brick. Well, wood, brick, or stone. Oh, we already used one for crossing over this river to connect to the town of Kingsburg. Well, it's a different type of bridge, so I don't think it basically matters that much. Alright. Hang on, what kind of colored support did I use for this one? Oh, I think I had... Oh, this one. Yes. I used brick dark red right. Since that bridge is one of those pointed ends is in the ground, I don't think we'll need to build a support because well, except for this one, because it's not fully in the ground. Alright. We can now expand towards the right, and we'll be passing by a bakery. Well, a food processing plant, basically, that requires either sugar or grain to produce bread and, well, other baked goods. What other towns need... Well, Greenwood's the only town that needs it. Also, Blue Water City needs deliveries of fruit. So we can finally get started on transporting freight of, well, the fruit type to, well, Blue Water City. 360-meter freight station, as usual. We'll spin it around and place it here. And then we'll have to basically assign another engine to pick up the loads of fruit and take them there. We'll do that. Yeah, ×1 speed. Leamington South. We'll need to set up a new freight train for this. Since this is going to be the first one here, this is going to be Freight Train TS 4A Fruit. It's going to have a full load, 10 minutes, and it's going to be in this color as usual. I'll then need to purchase an engine and some rolling stock to pick it up. Since fruit is basically perishable, I'll probably use one of these locomotives to pick up a load of those fruits and bring it over to town in some refrigerated freight cars, such as this Tiffany refrigeration car. $500 units will basically be good enough. We'll add a caboose, and we'll have to basically get $31 million. But, however, our profits are starting to basically reduce our debt pretty well. We're no longer in the 200s. And now we could basically start making some real money. Alright. We could also pick up sugar cane from here, connected to this route, so we could basically deliver sugar to this processing plant. As for grain, well, we could always build another section of track here, well, another platform here at Java Bird Branch, and basically allow another train to pick up the grain from that processing plant. Alright. We'll connect it with that track for now. And we'll basically also set up a truck route here in town. We already have a warehouse installed at Blue Water City, so we all just need to do is place this down so the fruits and later asphalt can be delivered into town. We'll add this road depot, and we'll basically choose about 10 of these. I need to take out another loan. We'll buy 10 and sign a new service. Picking up loads of fruit and delivering it to the warehouse, delivering it to town. This will be known as Truck Service C1. You'll have a full load, 10 minutes as usual. You'll be green, and the only commodity you're picking up at this warehouse is fruit. While that's going on, we can also basically, let's actually connect this food processing plant to the main line. We'll basically place down a 4-track station, so in case if there's going to be more towns that need food later on, we could at least supply it with freshly baked goods. Alright, then we'll have to basically, do this, and basically connect to this section. 39 miles an hour, not great, but it's only picking up low, it's only a manufacturing junction anyway, so it won't be too much of a problem. I didn't want to place down that. Let's basically start smoothing out this terrain a little bit so we can basically, well, make it look pretty. Actually, I don't want these type of signals here. We'll just add the dwarf variants instead. Alright. That distance between these two signals is way too short. Oh, and we also have a new locomotive, the Shay. Only 20 miles an hour, but it has a good amount of power from last I checked. And we now have the British traction engine. This engine could be very useful carrying more loads of freight, and are a lot more faster than the horse-drawn wagons. However, they produce more emissions than those, so I might have to basically be very considerate on where they're going. Well, considering that those wagons carrying loads of, well, you basically know, copper, they're only carrying only so much, despite the fact my ship is bringing in a large amount each time. Because this port is starting to get really, really crowded. So I might as well swap it out. We'll use this road locomotive with double flatbeds to basically handle the copper deliveries. I need about 2.50 million. And there we go. Now, these traction engines will pick up the copper and bring it into the copper mill. And they're a lot more faster, and they'll basically handle the deliveries a lot more efficiently. This will also be the same here. We'll be switching them out with this, as long as I'm able to carry barrels of alcohol. Yeah, this one will do. I'll just take a little bit of cash out again. And basically, now they'll be able to carry a lot of commodities. Possibly 400 units, if I guess my math right. And somehow this little engine keeps getting replaced. My little Baldwin 060 with tender keeps being replaced with the stock variant. I gotta remember to do this before I start recording these videos. Oh! Pine Valley has also opened up a coal mine. This could actually be a much better proposal, basically. I could connect to this coal mine, then basically bring trains of coal from Blue Water City and just deliver it to the power plant at Javabird, and just leave the other coal mine in Black Diamond City for the steel mill. I might as well connect it. I do need to carry some more minerals. We'll connect that there, and then just branch onto the main. We'll make that into a slip switch, and we'll place down a signal for later. Hmm. 70 miles an hour, that's a pretty good turn. Let's see. Now we'll have to cross over this river again. Let's see. We haven't received that new track type yet. We will eventually. But for now, we'll just basically use a stone bridge over the river. We'll make it a embankment. And then we'll basically... Let's see. There we go. There we go. Now we have a much better connection. At least now, train loads of coal can now pass through. We'll place another set of signals here. Do this, and now we'll basically get started on coal deliveries. Once we build the power plant track, of course. Now, since this is only going to be carrying me 3 types of products to produce one, I probably might just need to build this just a 4-track station. One track will be used for bringing in coal and oil, one will be used for carrying water, and the other to take out the slag. We'll curve it to the right. Curve it to the right again. And soon enough, we should be able to basically connect this here and this here and do this. We'll want to also make a straight piece to transition out of the curve. Ooh, too much slope. That means that the track radius is too steep by game standards. Alright, that should basically handle this section of track. We'll also basically smooth the ground out a bit to make it a little better. And then we'll have to basically connect this track to the main line. Oh, Riverside also opened up its own iron ore mine. So we could basically pick up coal from here and iron ore here, and basically use the same tracks to reach the steel mill. And we also acquired a new locomotive, the Empire State Express 440. So now we have a second express passenger engine for railroad. Alright, we'll curve this section here, go along this section straight track, and then basically build an adjoining pair of switches to allow these trains to basically, well, to allow the 2 pairs of tracks to be near each other. Oh, and Greenwood has now reached some new commodities, one being cigars and one being, well, lubricants. So now we can basically supply Greenwood with those 2 new commodities. However, we basically do not have access to lubricants just yet. But, however, we do have access to cigars. So we can at least provide that town with that commodity later on. But I'll have to be quick though, because once those buildings that require those commodities are torn down, the demand for those will basically be completely extinguished, and it will be a while until those buildings that require those commodities come up again. Speaking of which, what about the locomotive that's in charge of delivering the fruit? Does it have a road name on the side? No, it doesn't. I also should at least try to get my vehicles into very high condition. They're starting to get a little worn. Now, let's see. I want to at least deliver water to each of these industries. The Kingsburg Separation Plant, the Power Plant, Fruit Juice Packaging Plant, the Fruit Juice Factory. And we already got some of these industries already taken care of. Yeah, we got 6 of these, but I think it's also high time to basically extend this track to connect to this. Perfect. Now tankers of water can be filled up here, and then basically delivered to the power plant that's located near Java Bird. I should also at least provide some spare track to basically allow these trains to reach these industries if one of their tracks is blocked. Oh, we also have a new trolley car, the Max Electric Railway. These basically are a little more better than the old horse-drawn cars, and we also have another version of the 999-440. We also have the San Diego trolley and the summer cars, as well as these freight cars, of course. That means we can finally get started on operating electric trolleys. So, first of all, these 2 trolleys that are operating in town, trams 1 to 4, will be replaced with these particular models. And these located somewhere else. Let's see. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is the new version of the trolley. These will basically handle trolley operations here in Ridgeland. May I mention that they're also one of the new updated models. They actually look pretty good. With that in mind, we should at least be able to finish up extending this track here at the waterworks, so we can at least... Oh! Now we can start actually using catenary for electric trains. But that will come much later. For now, we're still relying on good old-fashioned steam locomotives. We'll basically do this, and do this. Perfect. Now, we can at least be able to bring in loads of, well, water out of this waterworks to connect to the other industries on the map. I'm pretty sure this business is going to basically be very busy once water is starting to become a much needed commodity. Unless, yeah, production is at 600, but shipment is only at 400, which means 90% of the water is being transported. But that's basically to the alcohol distillery at Longhorn. I believe there's only 6 of these that require this. Alcohol, separation, power plant, fruit juice packaging, and fruit juice factory. Well, let's see. Well, before we finish this episode off, we should at least have a look at our stats before we finish off. Wow, our loan is going down so much. Now we're basically at 42.5 million. According to my headquarters, we are basically now at 19. Speaking of which, I haven't even basically built my HQ yet. Let's basically put it down in the commercial district. We'll turn it to here, and basically... There we go. And raise the ground a bit so it can be level with the sidewalk. Alright, our new HQ looks good. And according to my line statistics... Alright, let's see. We're still making a profit on our freight trains. Our shipping route is making a profit. So is our express, our local passenger train, our wagon, our freight trucking operations, as well as our trolley operations. So we have a profitable bus, truck, trolley, freight train, passenger train, express train, and ship. So, with that being said, I think this will basically be the end for today's episode. So, if you enjoyed this episode of my Let's Play Transport Fever 2, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Texas Gaming Industries for new video uploads every Friday or Saturday, depending on my on-site schedule. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!